Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, episodes 15 and 16, because they ran back to back. The Summit in Plan 99. Season finale or series finale, still don't know as of yet. But I'm guessing it's going to be the latter rather than the former. Well, it's both actually. It's a season finale and most likely the series finale as well. So let me take care of some business first, and we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe button down below. And if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, somewhat, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I put up there. I change it every week. Also have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages as well. Hey, Cheryl, how's it going? Yeah, sorry, this week's been a little bit spotty. Work has just been just a killer and just, other stuff in general. I know this was supposed to be a spoiler alert is what I actually had on there, but I moved, the Bad Batch over here, considering that I didn't do it earlier in the week. So let's get to it, shall we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episodes. If you haven't seen them, go and watch them. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Give me enough time to pause, whatever you need to do, all that kind of good stuff. All right. So, Tech. Yeah, we don't know if he's dead or not in all of this. So the group ends up, after Echo was able to get that transmission that Crosshair was able to send out, and Tech has decoded it. And they know that Dr. Hemlock is going to be someplace in the area. He's going to be at this conference on Iradu with Governor Tarkin. And so they figure if they can get to Dr. Hemlock and tag his ship, they can find out where the hell Crosshair is and rescue him. So that is the plan, of course. And of course, as all good plans go, they go pear-shaped. And I'm going to say this right now. It's probably not going to be a popular opinion. I don't know. But Saw Gerrera is the worst fucking character that was ever introduced into the Star Wars universe. I'm going to say Saw Gerrera right now is even worse than Jar Jar Binks. Yes, that's how bad this character is. This character fucks up every single mission. You could even consider him working for the Empire at this point, just how much he fucks up the Rebels' plans. Because of course he ends up being the one that fucks up the Bad Batch's plan here, so much so that he actually destroys the ship that they had tagged, Dr. Hemlock's ship that they had tagged, and fuck everything up in the process. That's and lose Tech as well. So Tech falls supposedly to his death. We don't know for sure if he's actually dead or not. Again, this is Star Wars. If there's no body burning on a pyre, like, Darth Vader, it never happened. Sure, we get some broken goggles later on the next episode, but still, we don't know for sure if he's dead or not. But yeah, I'm going to say Saw Gerrera is the worst character ever invented in the Star Wars universe right now. And fuck him. That's all I can say. Because yeah, he fucks up everyone's plans. He really does. And he doesn't die in the process. That's the thing that gets me. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, so they tag the ship. They're trying to get out in the first episode there in the summit. The place blows up because of Saw Gerrera's bombs. And of course, the transport that they're on ends up stopping. And so, of course, they're in midair and they need to, of course, get the hell out of there. And in the next episode, Plan 99, Tech has the brilliant idea of once he's hanging there, he basically shoots out um, the connection between the two cars because his car is dangling. And so to give the other group a chance to live. So they're able to get out of there. They get Omega out. They go to Sid. And of course, Sid has already sold them out to the Empire. And Yeah. So what ends up happening, of course, is Dr. Hemlock shows up, and he's got Wrecker already, and Hunter is with Omega in the back there, and he's telling her to get out after she's woken up from being concussed. And of course she doesn't listen, and sure enough she gets captured uh by Hemlock and taken back to his base. So we leave off at the end of this series um with her being captured. She ends up going back to Hemlock's base. She sees Crosshair recuperating after being tortured. And who does she run into? Of course, but she runs into Emery. And Emery says, it's kind of funny that you actually uh, trust Crosshair more than me because I'm your sister. So we find out that Omega is not the only female clone that has been um, made by the Kaminoans, and obviously she's been accelerating growth at this point, but we don't know to what extent, what is going on here, why this is happening. And that's kind of how we leave off this series. And is it coming back for a third season? I highly doubt it. I really doubt that it's coming back for a third season. I don't know what the numbers are on this at the moment, but considering that The Mandalorian, uh, ended up premiering right in the middle of the season of the Bad Batch, is no good, indication that it's coming back anytime soon. But who knows? I don't know. Off of this, um, not a great way to go out, and because I mean, it leaves a lot more questions than it does answers, of course. And again, it goes back to timing. This is episodes 15 and 16. You could have actually brought about this whole plot line in really earlier on into the second season, rather than, and I've been harping about this all season, rather than just dragging it out. And of course, they just dragged this shit out, dragged it out, and then they kind of rushed it near the final 4 episodes. Ugh, everything just rushed really quick. You don't need to do that. Actually plan out what you're going to do, like a good storyline. Don't put filler episodes in. And yeah, so that's where we're at this point. Um yeah, I don't have any high hopes for this at the moment. So I don't know what to tell you on that. But anyway, what else do I have going on next week? So next week, I'm going to, let's see, Monday, I'm going to be off. I'm going to be off Tuesday as well. Wednesday is going to be The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian comes back. Thursday, I'm going to be off. Friday, I'm going to do another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's going to be Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. I figure by that time, everyone should have a chance to have seen it, considering it came out on Friday of this week here. And Saturday, I'll be off. And then probably Sunday, we'll roll around and I'll try and do another episode of Saturday Morning Blast Off, the Sunday edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, and see where that goes, and see what kind of news is up there. But take a look over at suspendedfanimation.com and you'll see what is up there schedule wise. Because right now, there's not a lot out there that's coming out at the moment. Let me actually take a quick peek at, I'm going over to suspendedfanimation.com myself and seeing what's there. And yes, Titans season 4.5 comes out April 13th, which I'm not covering that. And there's really nothing else, coming out. Yeah, it's going to be a very big black hole of things for a little while here, series wise, that I cover. So we'll see what happens. I might cover. I know I'm not going to cover it. I already know I'm not going to cover it. It's not good. Amazon Prime has this series called The Power with and I'm blanking on her name now. All of a sudden, I can see her face. But anyway, it's not good. It's not a good series. I watched 2 episodes of it, and I'm like, nope, I'm not covering that. Even though it does have, it falls under genre and all that stuff, but no, not covering it. So we'll see what happens. Something always pops up. Anyway, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the afternoon. Thank you to, well, I know there was another person that kept popping in here, but thank you to Cheryl for being in the audience there. And thank you if you made this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up here just for you. And if you like what you see there, please hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, go over to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I have up there. I change it every week, and hopefully it'll be right. Otherwise, I will try and, put stuff up on both my Facebook page and also on my community page up on YouTube as well, if I'm going to be changing plans there. So thank you, everyone. I will see you again on Wednesday for The Mandalorian. Until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may just have a lot of shit going on during the week, and it's really hard to stream, and just it happens that way. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your night and weekend, and take care out there, everyone. Thanks. Have a good rest of your night. Good night.